It is a noble goal. Give low-income families a home of their own. But a Coin 6 investigation reveals brand new Habitat for Humanity townhomes potentially put lives at risk.
And our investigative reporter, Elise Haas, joining us now in studio, and also with some of the mistakes you've been able to uncover in your reporting.
So to be clear here, that the city did approve the permits for Habitat for Humanity to build these townhouses, but we've determined that the fire inspector approved building plans while concerns about code compliance were unanswered. Now Habitat for Humanity, Portland region, the architect, and the Fire Bureau are facing tough questions. Welcome to Cherry Blossom Townhomes. Habitat for Humanity Portland region finished building this brand new development last year.
Originally, the idea of moving here was a dream come true.
First-time home ownership means the world to moms like Jasmine Stoner.
Sarah said I can take it home.
And Lacey Sutton, who asked us not to show her face.
I was concerned about some safety issues because I have 3 small children and a teenager. So living in a multi-story home has always been a concern. Most importantly, I always thought it was just being built safe.
I'm just really mad that it took this long, that it took an investigation by someone else, by a news team, to get to the truth.
We discovered this newly built affordable housing complex likely violates certain fire codes, potentially putting lives at risk in the event of an emergency. We took these issues to local fire code consultants who specialize in interpreting regulations. After thoroughly reviewing the 2016 Portland Fire Code and these architecture plans with them, we confirmed the following issues. These buildings are nearly 32 feet tall, and code states that any building or portion of building over 30 feet legally require aerial fire truck access. Those aerial fire trucks allow firefighters to reach the roof and high floors, saving lives in hard-to-reach fires. Aerial trucks also require wider roads, and that leads to our next issue. The road here was built too narrow, ranging anywhere between 18.5 feet to 24.5 feet wide. But code requires the road to at least be 26 feet wide. On top of that, the development lacks no parking fire lane signs, so cars often park on both sides, even on the sidewalks, making it a tighter squeeze for a large fire truck to get to the buildings. This development should have a proper turnaround for fire trucks here. The 2016 Portland Fire Code requires dead-end roads longer than 150 feet to have it. This dead-end road is 265 feet. And the homeowners worry that firefighters won't find them quickly in the event of emergency.
People drive right past us all the time.
Because the complex is also missing proper address signage for emergency vehicles at the front entrance.
There's a reason we have a code. There is a saying in the fire department that the fire code is written in blood. All of these codes have horrific histories. People died, and they created a set of rules that would minimize suffering, and they didn't do any of them here.
So what happened? We went back and obtained records of the initial application in 2019. Before the city approved the building permit, this fire safety review check sheet shows a fire inspector listed 10 fire code violations that the architect needed to correct or clarify in the site plans. The biggest violation was that the buildings were over 30 feet tall. That required extra accommodations for an aerial fire truck, or all the units needed to have automatic sprinkler systems. A month later, documents showed that the architect resubmitted the plans, adding a new measurement to the building. But this time, the architect measured to the bottom of the eave instead of measuring to the top of the roof. The architect then wrote, "These show that we are under 30 feet at all buildings and do not require fire access apparatus." But for a building like this with a flat roof, fire code states you must measure from the intersection of the roof to the exterior wall. Code emphasizes you must measure to the highest roof surface, but it appears the architect measured to the lowest. Fire code consultants that we spoke with said that's playing with the margins of safety and playing games with people's lives. And the initial fire inspector wasn't the only one concerned about the plans. Our records request turned up an email from December 21st, 2019, where a second fire inspector doubled down on the issues, writing to the architect. I'm looking at the submitted corrections for this development and was curious why your submitted corrections state All conditions of fire apparatus access do not need to be met except for fire hydrants. All requirements related to fire department access and water supplies are applicable to this residential development. Looking at the building key plan, you may have some significant issues. The architect wrote back saying he was having trouble reaching the initial inspector and asked for a phone call to go over fire safety requirements. We made a records request for the architect's emails, texts, and calls with both inspectors, but none existed in that time frame. However, a week later, on December 31st, 2019, the original fire inspector approved the permit without requiring any changes. On New Year's Eve, the day before Habitat for Humanity's multi-million-dollar land use agreement was set to expire. If approvals or agreements expire, projects may face new code compliance, revert back to previous zoning restrictions, and additional challenges due to the site's former conservation status. When I took our concerns to the architect, Keegan Flanderka, he wrote back saying he confirmed code compliance over a phone call with a fire safety plans examiner, which led to approved permits. So we took these fire code violations to the assistant fire marshal, Jason Birch, who at the request of residents opened an investigation into these issues this summer.
Have you ever physically been out to the site yourself?
I have, yes.
And did you notice any fire code violations while you were there?
I did not.
It wasn't until half an hour later, after our camera light went out,
I know you ran out of battery. It's okay.
that the assistant fire marshal noted the concerns about the architect's initial response.
So he's saying that the fire apparatus access road doesn't apply to him. The fire access road width and vertical clearance doesn't apply to this. The surface load capacities don't apply to this. The turning radius doesn't apply. The dead end access roads and turnarounds don't apply. How did that explanation just wash away all of these other concerns?
I can't answer. I don't know how this was interpreted by the fire plans examiner on this day in 2019. This is a concern.
For Jasmine and Lacey, it's more than just a concern. It's their family's safety on the line if firefighters can't reach them in time. The local fire station has visited the complex a couple of times to test equipment.
We're very aware of what we're encountering when we come to this location now, simply as a result of the back and forth between the residents and our organization.
But who's responsible if mistakes are made?
The onus and the responsibility is on the owner and the architect to build a compliant property.
According to fire code consultants, this is true. The owner is still required to build to code even if the fire inspector didn't catch or object to a mistake. But what if mistakes were made in approving permits and it's built incorrectly?
We have already started conversations months ago about opportunities, whether through grants or other funding, to help offset this community's cost.
According to emails we obtained, the city's Planning and Permitting Development Department wrote on November 5th, 2024, if code violations are found, the property owner of record, the homeowners association, and not the builder, will be responsible for correcting those violations and will face enforcement penalties if it fails to do so within a certain period of time.
We are all low-income families here. We shouldn't have to pay a dime to bring our homes up to code and to make them safe.
The builder, Habitat for Humanity Portland region, declined our multiple requests for an on-camera interview. This lack of accountability leaves residents like Lacey alarmed.
I'm just flooded with emotions, anger, fear, confusion. I don't know who to trust anymore.
Issues with the Fire Bureau's response came into question during our investigation. First, fire officials indicated they were unaware of code violations. Plus, after dozens of public records requests, we discovered the Bureau had poor records, no records, or didn't require safety records for Cherry Blossom Townhomes.
This is not something that would happen today through our expanded process and updated documents to support our plan reviewers.
But residents don't feel reassured.
I am grateful that I got this opportunity to buy a home, but I also feel like that there were so many errors along the way that weren't caught. And this is not like their first time that they've built a home.
Because what's a brand new home really worth if you don't feel safe sleeping at night?
I thought a lot about the ramifications of pushing for this truth. But what I kept coming back to is, what if there's a fire? What if one of the 100 kids that live here was injured or worse? I would never forgive myself. At the end of the day, I don't care about money. I don't care about the value of our homes. I want us to be safe.
So in a situation like this, enforcement of code violations is typically resolved through litigation. But these are mainly refugees, immigrants, and low-income families. So getting an attorney to represent them isn't easy.
Yeah, there's some strange things here going on. Why it seems the architect kept fighting the changes, then it gets approved just before the permit is about to run out, the building permit. What really can be done now since it's already all been built?
So, I mean, installing automatic sprinkler systems before construction would have resolved a lot of the issues here. So retrofitting sprinkler systems after the fact, of course, will, bring it up to code. But of course, that will be very costly. They also need to add that proper signage at the front entrance for emergency vehicles and those no parking fire lane signs to stop that hazardous parking situation.
Gosh, okay. And then looking ahead, what does happen next with all of this, Elise?
Well, so originally the residents had reached out to the Department of Justice with all of these concerns, and that case was quickly shut down. And so this is another opportunity for the Department of Justice to reopen that complaint and take a closer look. But at the same time, we do know that the city ombudsman is also investigating this very issue. So we're still currently awaiting their final report and recommendations. But tomorrow morning, I'm actually sitting down with the deputy ombudsman to talk about where they stand so far. So I'll have another update tomorrow night.
Yeah.